Hello, welcome. Today's video is the what makes me pick up a book. Hey, welcome. Today's video is the what makes me pick up a book tag. I've actually filmed that first sentence about 6 times already because I kept getting my words the wrong way around. Oh, today's a day. It's a day. So please just ignore me if I start getting everything wrong. And we'll just not talk about the massive ginger roots because we are in lockdown and I can't get to a hairdresser. They're not open. So we'll just pretend everything's going really well and I look fantastic. So Connor tagged me in this video from Connor's Library Corner, and I thought I'd better do it quick because I am terrible at remembering that people have tagged me in videos, like really terrible. So I'm doing it before I forget. And the first question is, do you judge a book by its cover? And yeah, I do. I think it's really hard not to, because literally that's the first thing you see of a book. I mean, if I'm stood in a bookstore and they're all kind of out in front of me on the shelves, then obviously you'd get drawn to certain ones, so you automatically are judging a book by its cover. But then I think actually I am more likely to judge a book by its title. So if a title sounds fantastic, then I will pick that book up and read the synopsis. So, for example, this is one. The cover appealed, the title appealed. It just looks freaky as shit, really. And yeah, everything about the front of that cover just appealed to me. And then another example is this one. So this one, I judged it on the title initially, Bite. I was like, oh, sounds like a zombie book, Bite. And then I spotted that the license plate sort of spells cannibals. And I was like, oh yes, this is a book for me, definitely. And then I read the back and I was like, yeah. However, in lots of charity shops and thrift type places that you go, or that I go, quite often you just see the spine. So it's the spine that gets me. And again, it's the title. So we have things like this. Contagion, Thirst, Sick, all those just jumped out at me. They would literally get me to drag them off the shelf and start reading about what the book is about. So it's like a good, I don't know if the title sounds like it's something that would appeal. But then I do judge books badly based on the cover, because if they're those really corny type, I want to say like erotica or that kind of woman's book, I don't know, where there's like a half naked man on the cover and he's holding like a hockey stick or something, you know, and I just think, oh my god, no, it just doesn't get a second glance. And then if you've got these elaborate covers that are absolutely stunning, and then you've got a title like A Court of the Blush Pink Roses and the Snowdrops Falling or whatever, then straight away I'm like, yeah, fantasy, not for me. So yeah, I kind of do judge a book just based on what I can see without opening it or reading anything other than the title. And that also answers question number 2, which is focusing on just the cover. What attracts you to pick it up? Again, just title. And in fact, I'm going to put up another example here, and this cover just straight away dragged me in. I was like, oh, this looks like a good one. This is clearly a dystopian book. So question 3, do you read the synopsis first or do you like to go in without knowing anything? No, synopsis. I couldn't I've not got any examples, I don't think, but I couldn't just pick up a book without reading what it's about. No, I feel like that would just be really pointless, because I could end up buying books that I really have no interest in. So yeah, I always read the synopsis, always. In fact, sometimes, you get the synopsis on the back and it doesn't really tell you very much. It's like quite brief, or it's mostly made up of, people blurbs and people recommending it. And it basically tells you nothing other than that person enjoyed it and they work for the Times newspaper or whatever. When it's stuff like that, I then will go on the internet and try and find a synopsis somewhere else. So yeah, I definitely am the kind of person that researches a book before I buy it. Question 4 is, do you have any auto-buy authors? I do. At the moment, I am picking up most of the Stephen King hardbacks that I come across, but only if I come across them in like a charity shop or at a jumble sale or whatever. I'm not always reading the synopsis, which is kind of contradicting what I've just said, but it's mostly because I know Stephen King is mainly like horror, sci-fi, that kind of thing, and that a lot of the times you can read Stephen King's synopsis and you've still not a clue what it's about. So yeah, he is sort of an auto-buy author. One definite auto-buy author is Kathy Glass, which is the author of foster carer memoirs that I've got millions of here. And very recently, as in the last few months, Grady Hendrix became an auto-buy author for me. I absolutely adored the Southern Book Club's Guide to Slaying Vampires. I really enjoyed My Best Friend's Exorcism and Horror Store. And I've already pre-ordered his next book that's due out July 2021. And the title is The Final Girls Support Group. There is no synopsis anywhere on Amazon, Goodreads. I've had to spend time Googling, and I eventually found a kind of article that mentioned roughly what it was about. But yeah, by that point I'd already pre-ordered it anyway. He definitely is a new auto-buy author. Question 5. Are you more likely to pick up a book if it includes specific elements or themes such as LGBTQ, mental health, disability, that kind of thing? Yes. You wouldn't think that these are really difficult questions, would you? I guess yes. I will pick up any medical memoir that I see at all, any. Mental health I will usually pick up because of my background in mental health nursing. I do still have an interest in it, so I will usually pick mental health up. And then other specific themes, not unless I have decided I specifically want to go out and read about something. So if I specifically want to go out and read about trans experience, then I will go and find a book that matches that. But I wouldn't just automatically buy every book with trans rep in it, or disability rep, or black rep, or whatever, just for the sake of that issue or that point. I'm not quite sure if that theme, I don't know how to explain it. So I guess I've just confused everybody on that though. Thank God we're over halfway. Right, question 6. Do you ever read a book that has generally negative reviews just to form your own opinions of it? And yes, definitely. If people are really going on about a book, like it's so controversial, I didn't like it because of this, nobody should read it, it's disgusting, whatever, it's really offensive, then I am the type of person that because of that review, I will then go and read it, because I want to know what's so offensive and I want to develop my own opinions, and I want to, I guess, learn about these issues and what people are getting offended by. If it's just more along the lines of, this book is really disgusting. It's sick and twisted. There's too much gore in it, that kind of thing. I'm in there. There's not even a 1% chance that I won't be buying that book. I will be on that book. But if we're talking more generally about negative reviews, just as, you know, say a fiction book that people didn't enjoy, they thought wasn't really written that well, I did actually sort of do a little mini experiment type thing. I will link the video to it up here. And it was where I read a book that's rated really low, and I read it and then tried to form my own opinions on it. And so I guess the answer, after going all around the houses and explaining everything, I guess the answer is just yes. Yes, I do. Okay. Question number 7. Do you ever buy a book just because another booktuber or book blogger has reviewed it or talked about it a lot? Yes. Yes. In fact, right, I was just, you know, chilling out, watching Amy Myers. She talked about this. It's Cam Girl by Issa Mazai, I think it is. And she was talking about how fantastic it is. It's a memoir of a cam girl, obviously, and how quite, you know, it's an emotional, difficult read at times. And it just, the way she described it, far better than me. It just sounded fantastic, to the point where I literally paused the video as she just stopped talking about it, straight onto Amazon, bought it, and within 2 days it had arrived, and by a week later I'd read it. That is just how much people can influence me. I am really bad. Like, if you want to sell anything, just come to me, because I'm terrible. But yeah, fantastic book, by the way, if anyone wants to check that out. So yeah, and it doesn't always work. It's not like I just buy everything or read everything that everybody talks about. It has to be something that I would be interested in. But then, yeah, as soon as somebody talks about something that's interesting to me, that's it. I'm sold already. I've already paid for it before they've finished the video. And yay, the last question, you'll be pleased to know. Is there anyone whose book recommendations you will generally always trust? In general, I would say Kayla from Books on Lala. However, not everything. Again, like I said, it's got to be something that I'm interested in, but if it's something that I think I would enjoy and they then say it's great, then yeah. But then there's lots of other people where it's more, I don't know, like I kind of think of them as genre experts. So like Nicole over at A Beautiful Chaos of Books, if you ever want, you know, a thriller or any ideas about Stephen King, in fact, that is where I got the influence to start reading Stephen King, is from Nicole. So if I wanted that kind of book, I'd listen to Nicole. If I'm interested in non-fiction books, Amy Myers, all day, every day. She's so great at talking about them, that makes them sound interesting. Again, thriller, Connor, who tagged me in this, and some more like some contemporary, and I guess for certain rep, I know Kaz from Cats and Camera, she does talk about LGBTQIA plus books quite a bit. So if I'm specifically looking for something that I want to read, to learn a bit, and that's got good representation, I'd trust her judgment all day long. And the same goes for historical fiction, and chick lit sometimes as well, which would be Emily at Novell. I always struggle. Oh, I'm so sorry, Emily. novels. So yeah, I guess it's kind of like, in my brain, I kind of go like, oh, they're the expert on this. You know, like I wouldn't accept plumbing advice off the vet that looks after my dog because they're not an expert in that. So you wouldn't find me watching Nicole's videos looking for amazing romantic reviews. So yeah, it's very much like different people for different things. And yay! It's done! Dear God, that should not have been as hard as it was, Becca. It really shouldn't. But yeah, thank you. Thank you for watching me just ramble on and stutter and pronounce things wrong and just, I don't know. My brain's not working. But yeah, please please like, and hopefully you'll subscribe and maybe watch a different video instead of this one because this was terrible. Right, I'll see you all soon with another video, hopefully. Bye.